Becoming ridiculous.
I've become resigned to the fact that my eyebrows are never going to look good. I wish that
I've become resigned to that fact too. That your eyebrows are never going to look good.
the show hadn't started before I
We,
finished that sentence.
well,
AOA podcast. We are back for another episode on this show. Harry and Meghan documentary is out. We'll review it, give our thoughts, give you the most shocking moments.
we have to review it.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll review it.
Thank you.
More Twitter documents leading up to the January 6th events. We've got another document dump. Matt Taibbi is back. We'll talk about that. The cinema swap. Kirsten Sinema, who, by the way, I called Kristen all day long today. Uh, until 5 seconds ago.
That's a common Kirsten.
Yeah, who can keep track of it all?
Nobody.
She goes from Democrat to independent. Hunter Biden has an art show in New York City. We have a very hilarious viral dating Wrapped to talk about. The anniversary of the Fox News Christmas tree fire, the marriage equality bill. What is in the Christmas movie canon? I Hate Queens, and of
The
course,
borough. The borough.
well, let me think about if I hate any actual queens. Now that the queen is gone, there's not really many left. I'll have to go over that list.
Latifah.
Oh, I do like Queen Latifah, so she wouldn't be on it. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Queen Latifah's real name freaks me out.
What is it?
I don't know, like Karen or Tiffany or something. It's just really bizarre. She does like a 3-second cameo late in the Entourage series, and Ari sees her walking by and calls her by her real name, and it's jarring to me to this day because I'm like, that's Queen Latifah, and
Why would you do that?
I don't know, it's very weird.
How did she respond?
She just she like normal, like, oh hey,
That's weird.
Dana,
Unless you're in her family. What is it?
Dana.
Unless you're in her family, you call her Your Majesty, Your Highness,
Yeah.
or Queen Latifah. That's how you refer to her.
I agree because you work so hard to brand yourself over the course of your career, and you've succeeded with Queen Latifah, like Queen.
Yeah.
You're essentially, here's the thing, like a 12 or 13-year-old coming up right now basically thinks you're royalty. They don't know any
Right.
better.
I didn't know her name was. What was it? I still don't know it. What is it?
Dana.
Dana.
Yeah.
I didn't know that till you just said it.
Yeah. It's just jarring. And I don't know. I don't know why they put it in there that way. I would have been like, no, you call me Queen Latifah in the
Yeah,
show.
call me Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Or Queen.
Right.
That's it.
If I'm doing the show, call me Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of queens, so the Harry and Meghan documentary came out. I got to say, maybe the biggest dud of all time. If you didn't watch it, you probably heard it hit
I
the floor
didn't watch it.
because, yeah, it was just,
What did they talk about?
there was supposed to be these huge revelation. Again, we talked about this on the last pod. I talked about the two sides of the spectrum we heard. We heard that the royal family was ready. They knew what was in it, and they were ready to respond. All the way to when this thing comes out, this family will never, ever, ever reunite ever again, and may not recover
I bet
from
they
it.
haven't even watched it yet.
You know what? It was 3 episodes. I'm going to be totally honest with you.
It's already too long.
I watched portions of it because after the initial reviews came out of what was in it, I was like, I don't even know if I can waste my time watching
How
this
long
whole
is each episode?
thing.
If it's more than a half hour, I'm out.
No, it's right around there.
I'm
It
out anyway.
it's you're not curious to see who the racist is in the royal family. I was.
We know. You told us last 3 episodes ago. It
Well,
was the crazy aunt or something, right?
no, that one. Yeah, no, that one.
There's
But
another crazy racist.
people were kind of thinking that it was King Charles. Some people thought it was the Queen, but then that kind of backed off. People were like, nah, there's no way she could have been that.
So who was it?
They didn't. There's no bombshell. There was literally
So
no bombshell in the episode. Like, I will tell you this: the most shocking moments in the stupid documentary is Harry alludes to the fact that he wants to be a good dad because I forget what the exact wording is. Don't kill me on this, but basically saying his dad and her dad were shitheads is kind of what he's saying. Now, if you remember, her dad tried to sell like a ticket to their wedding. Do you remember that? He was like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
real big dick and they had a falling out before the wedding.
Right.
And then his dad, he kind of alluded to the fact that he was like never really there. And it's like, well, who didn't know that? Like your dad like cheated on your mom, left your mom. Everybody thinks he's a fucking potato with ears. Like nobody's impressed with King Charles whatsoever. Prince Charles back then. You're not breaking any new ground by saying that, you know?
Right.
And then the other huge revelation was Meghan Markle talks about the first time, or one of the first time, and I think it was the first time meeting Kate and William. And she was like, you know, I'm a hugger and I'm very warm. And I went to go hug her and I realized that this cold distance that they show to the public continues in private life as well. Like she kind of thought that that was like, oh, you be a royal, you're in the public, you know, you stand up straight, you don't like hug anybody. It's always like a shake of the hand and very formal and you know that kind of thing. And she thought that that was like part of being
Just
a royal in the
in
public
public. Right.
and then behind the scenes you know you hug and there's warmth and you're a family. And she's like, it's not like that at all.
I feel like that could have been summed up the way you just did. Did we need 3 episodes to get there?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what are we doing? What is this
Uh,
fucking shit? Like,
I
I'm waiting
mean,
for, and my dad called my wife the N word. Boom. Cut to credits, and it's like part 2 coming up in 2 weeks. Like, that's the fucking, that's what we needed.
that's how you make a show.
Yeah.
But I mean, were there any cliffhangers, any revelations,
Nothing.
anything? Nothing.
Nothing.
So,
Just
I mean,
boredom.
who signs off on these things?
I don't fucking know. I mean, I get, listen, I guess if you're like this amazing, like amazingly super hyper interested in the royal family, which I know a lot of people are, you know, and I look, I know a lot of people are going to tune into this. They paid, by the way, $100 million for this thing, Netflix.
Netflix paid $100 million. 100 million?
It's a
Is
$100
that what you
million
said?
Netflix documentary. So obviously, not all of that is going to Harry and Meghan. I think that's the cost of, you know, you get
$100
editors, you get,
million dollars.
well, yeah, that's what they're saying.
How is that even possible? You make a Marvel movie doesn't cost that much.
Oh, yeah,
I'm serious.
they cost around. Yeah, you're right.
Wait a minute.
Well, because
What the hell?
I think a good chunk of this is going to the two of them.
I don't care who it's going to. that's that's an insane amount of money for a 3 episode documentary.
Marvel movies cost more than $100 million to make nowadays.
I'm looking it up. Costs. Marvel films cost. How
They're
much
bringing
do
in
Marvel
$1 billion.
films cost? On average, the production budget for a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie is 190 million.
There you go.
All right, so still,
It's still I hear what you're saying. It is still a staggering.
I could have done the same thing for 10 million. We need a camera, a few microphones. You could edit it. What's the problem?
You can edit it.
Couple plane tickets. What are we doing here?
So I'll say this too. Like, you do get to see like some pictures and videos of them. I'll tell you what, totally planned out. Like, that was one of the things that a lot of the critics were saying. Like, their first couple of moments in the documentary, they're like talking into their phone about it. And so a lot of people were speculating that this was their game from the beginning. Like, they started filming themselves. They started doing those talking head segments when, you know, there's stuff that you see in the documentary and then they cut to the screen where they're just sitting there, chest up.
Yeah.
And, oh, that's like the talking head. They were filming that stuff on their own on their cell phones before they even had a Netflix deal.
So what is this $100 million crap? It's not production value, and you're not paying actors' salaries, which in Marvel it's like $20 million a person.
Right.
I'm sorry, but that's $100 million. That's got to be the most expensive documentary I've ever heard of.
It very well may be.
For a 3 episode, hour-and-a-half thing. Come on. Was it at least narrated by Morgan Freeman?
No, it wasn't. That would have been nice, though.
You see, So what are they spending their 100 million on?
Yeah.
That's they just threw it right. They took 50 mil of that and threw it right in the toilet.
Yeah. And we were kind of speculating prior to it airing that like the Oprah interview was a teaser and that this was going to take it to the next step. Now, there's a part 2 still to come, but I was saying before you even get to part 2, you've got to take it to the next level. But it was all the same shit. Like Harry said, when he first brought Meghan, or he first talked about Meghan and being his girlfriend, that there was an unconscious bias around race in the family. Um, and
Unconscious bias.
yeah, well, they talk like Princess Michael of Kent wore a blackamoor brooch. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Brooch.
Brooch, considered a racist emblem to Meghan's first royal Christmas.
Princess Michael, you said?
Princess, yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. Is that Michelle? I don't know.
I'm sure there are female Michaels. But I'd never heard of Princess Michael. But okay.
Yeah. So that was like one of the things. Let me see. Harry appeared to take a swipe at his older brother, Prince William, and his wife. I see. He said, "I think for so many people in the family, especially obviously the men, there can be a temptation or an urge to marry someone who would fit in the mold, as opposed to somebody who you perhaps are destined to be with."
We kind of knew he felt that way.
That's
That's fine.
Frank. That's exactly it. All this stuff that is in this fucking thing, you're like, okay, I know. I knew that already.
$100 million. I can't get over that. It's a documentary. You get some college kids to do it for free. You go the Better Call Saul route, and you get some interns to hold the boom mic. What's the problem?
Yeah,
$100 million.
yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's a waste of money.
It is kind of a waste of money. Again, I don't know how much they're getting for it, but I'm assuming that the majority of that money, because by the way, other people are in it. Like other people are interviewed, so you got to figure you're paying them, you're paying for their flights and their hotel during that process. So there's money. It's a production.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You got to clear some of the footage that they use. That all has to be
Okay.
cleared and paid for.
Sure.
I don't know.
I'm skeptical.
Next big thing is they both will be on the Tonight Show on December 13th. What is that? Monday? 10, 11, 12, Tuesday?
The 13th, Tuesday.
And then they have part 2 coming up shortly after that.
I always confuse them. The Tonight Show is which one? Is that
Jimmy Fallon.
Or okay?
Yeah, that's Jimmy
So they're going to have them play some stupid game. They're not going to ask any questions at all, and it's going to be let's play hopscotch with Prince, with Harry and Meghan. That's what it's going to be. Let's smash eggs on our heads. That's what we're going to be in for Tuesday.
Listen, Jimmy's my guy, but I have to tell you.
On him.
I'd have to tell you, you're right. It's kind of ridiculous what that fucking show is becoming.
I mean, I get there's a little entertainment there. You see the people playing these games. Every now and then you get a funny one that's kind of cool or whatever. But I mean, ask some questions.
Can I tell you something? And I don't believe it's Jimmy's fault. I will. I think they think
he
that
has
that's
something to do with it.
Well, he's allowing it to happen for sure, but I think they think that that's what you need now. You need to have a game to have that viral clip moment that you could put on the internet right after, and it'll go take off. But I'll honestly, like, I would love to know, because here's the thing. I just don't think. I think they do that shit for the internet audiences, for the young kids, but I don't think the young kids are watching that show.
They're not watching the show, but they might pass by it on like TikTok or something.
Yeah, they might. They'll
pass by a clip like that. They'll see Brad Pitt smashing an egg onto his head, and they'll go, "Oh shit, look at that!" Hilarious.
Now, Rhoda makes I don't know if Rhoda's talking about the documentary or the Tonight Show, but it doesn't really make a difference because her point is our point, which I don't know how much people are watching of regular TV anymore. They're just kind of watching clips on social media.
That's what it is now.
It's strange to say, but it's true. Like the amount of people that really sit down to watch long form stuff, like you got to really be into it. Here's the thing.
Well,
Well,
at a scheduled time is a different story too. Like if you're sitting, if you're 8 o'clock, I gotta watch my show. It's like, do you?
it's annoying, right? Because you're used to going, hey, honey, you ready to, you want to put on another White Lotus? You know, like that's really basically that's where the world lives now. To fucking go, oh, it's 11:30. I got to get in and watch the Tonight
Yeah, I
Show.
gotta get home in time for my show.
Yeah,
Nope. No, you don't.
it's not the world that much anymore. It really isn't.
I
It
agree.
really, really isn't. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, honestly, I feel like the world is heading towards how we do the podcast, which is like, you're getting one today, around what time you're getting it, and we'll put it out and you watch it at your like, wouldn't it make more sense? They filmed that
Well,
fucking
that's
thing
what
at
it.
4 o'clock.
That's what it is. That's what the Tonight Show and all those things have become. They film it, they air it, and then you watch it whenever the hell, right? Well, you watch the clips whenever the hell on YouTube.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, instead of putting it on 11:30, why don't you just release it on your just release the whole thing at 8 o'clock so people can watch it whenever they want.
Yeah, I mean, if they put it on, I mean, they have NBC has the apps and all that shit. They should, yeah, they just why put the whole show? Are the whole shows on the NBC app and and all that?
I don't know. Who the fuck knows? And that's the other thing too. Like, don't you feel like ABC, NBC, CBS are so insignificant now? Like,
Well, it's all
if
Netflix and Hulu now, and friggin' whatever.
if you said what's more important, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, or Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, like who's
Yeah,
that's
it's the streaming stuff, and not for nothing, but they have their streaming things. NBC has Peacock or whatever the hell, and that's a big one, right? I mean, that's a pretty huge thing
Peacock,
on
I
the
guess so.
platform.
Yeah, yeah,
But the rest of them kind of falling. But I guess ABC has Disney, so
yeah.
that's not bad.
That's the thing. They all kind of have their arm in it. I just feel like we're getting to a point where we're really getting close to that. I every now and then I see this. I got my credit card on my phone. What a fucking mistake that is. I lost my mind yesterday. I'm paying $227 for cable and internet.
Yeah,
Two
yeah.
hundred and twenty-seven dollars.
Do you have a landline? Because I have a landline.
No,
I don't even have a phone, but I have the landline.
no. You are you for real? Yeah, I canceled that.
Well,
I
they threw
said
it in. Like, we'll give you the landline. I was like,
they do the
all
same
right.
thing. Like, it's only $9.99 for the landline. I go, take that fucking $9.99 off my bill. I did that a couple years ago. I go, I don't have
I'm,
a phone in my
yeah,
house.
I'm probably gonna. I've been saying this, but I have to do it. I have to call them up. Cancel. All I need is the internet. Cancel the TV and cancel the
Yeah,
phone, the landline.
it's crazy because of this. Like, I pay for the super duper fast internet, and they fuck us over. So like where you are, you can choose anything something besides Optimum.
Yeah, I have Verizon.
Yeah, see where I am, I'm fucked. You talk about a fucking organized crime. Our government and fucking cable. We literally have one option. Like I fucking living in Russia over here.
Well, go. You only have one option out there.
Yeah,
That's all you got.
that's it. No, we have the illusion of more options. I can get HughesNet, which will give me 15 megabyte upload speeds when the most
Hey,
common today is like 100. I could put a
well,
satellite dish on top of my fucking thing and hope it doesn't rain so I can get internet.
why don't you move further away from civilization?
Come on.
You know what? Why don't you live in the middle of the ocean next time?
No, you know what's fucking crazy? Not again. I'm not saying this, but I live out by where the Hamptons are. The most fucking the goddamn owner of Cablevision. I could fucking throw a baseball and hit his house, and I
Should tap
fucking
into his whatever, into his
I don't know.
Wi-Fi.
The fucking probably the president of Verizon got a friggin' house out here too. They all do. These bastards. And I
Well,
can't.
this is where they go to get away from technology.
Oh,
They go out by you.
drives me crazy.
Like, where can I go where I won't be bombarded with technology?
All right,
Oh,
here's our
Anthony's
good
house.
buddy. I wish there were highlight clips of the AOA podcast. There are on occasion. Here's the problem with that. Everybody we hire to do that eventually just winds up doing drugs and we never hear from them again.
They get caught up in something.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, we just never hear from them again.
Yeah, that's really what happens to them. Whoever when we hire a producer to do highlights, they instantly become the drummers in fucking what's that documentary? Spinal Tap.
Oh yeah. No,
They just
it's
disappear. It's like, where did John go? Fuck, nobody's heard
and
from him
then
in weeks.
and then you get stuck doing it. And
Yeah,
that's why there's one every now and then.
yeah. But
Like,
I'm
I'm gonna do
hoping
it. I ain't doing that.
we're hoping for more in the new year. We're hoping for a lot more of that
Ooh,
stuff.
new year. We're gonna be a new podcast. No, I'm just saying. This is it, folks.
And to be honest with you, I don't have the heart to kill another human being by giving them that job of cutting highlights because I feel like it's a death trap now. Every time we give it to somebody, we're basically killing them.
You make it. Well, I think it's you're obligated to disclose how the past people
Yeah,
have left their position.
yeah.
You know,
Why are you? Can I ask why you're hiring? Oh, because we keep
because they keep disappearing.
they keep disappearing on us. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, there is a pattern forming, but it's got to break sometime. I don't see it going on for 5 or 6 more people.
Listen, Robin, you have this promise from me. In 2023, this podcast gets turned up to 11. Okay, that you can
11,
take
huh?
to the bank. Yeah, that you can take to the bank.
Maybe.
Here's Bird. Can I have that job? I love drugs.
Oh,
You're far too valuable to us, Bird, for me to give you that job. We need you to stick around. We can't have you disappearing.
right.
That's true. Brian asking, do podcast employees need to work Thanksgiving and Christmas?
Well,
This
this
is
job.
this is an inside joke because I basically, I don't know if we want to tell the story now, but I
I think I
basically
know.
blew everything up over this exact issue.
Yeah, I think I know that story.
This is what people like to call the last straw.
Yeah.
Um.
I think we're done with Harry and Meghan. Are we done with Harry and Meghan?
Oh, very much so. I could care
Okay,
less.
what's next?
I mean, we can maybe make fun of their appearance when they go up to the fucking thing on the Tonight Show.
I meant tonight. We're done. With
Oh yeah. I'm just saying, we might be done with them in general. I was taking it
Oh,
a step
all
further. More Twitter documents leading up to January 6th. 2 quick points to make here on this. There was a second dump on whatever, and that was basically that the employees were essentially running this company without Jack Dorsey, who started Twitter. He was the CEO. He was overseeing everything without him knowing exactly what was going on. So what was happening is all this stuff was happening. All these people were saying Twitter is banning people and shadow banning people. And, they're only, a lot of the conservatives were saying they're only, damping down conservative voices. And Jack Dorsey's out there going like, we're not doing that. And it turns out he was telling his truth. In actuality, they were doing that. Nobody was just telling Jack. They were all doing this shit underneath them behind his back,
I hear you.
And also, you go to find out, like, there was somebody that was like the vice president of truth and safety. What kind of a fucking position is that?
Imagine being like crowned the vice president of truth.
Who gets
I
that?
am the. You get a scepter.
You got to kind of
I
ask for
deem
a
it
scepter, don't
truth.
you? Yeah.
What?
If you're the vice president of truth, you kind of need a scepter, or nobody's going to believe you.
That would be my one demand. I don't need a parking space. I don't need bonuses. Just give me a scepter.
Yeah. I knew somebody who worked for Twitter. I'd done some things with them on occasion, and super nice guy, very funny guy. And he was more on like the creative team. He wasn't like into the censorship or whatever. He left Twitter well before all this stuff had kind of happened. But I just remember he was like, I work for Twitter. And I go, what is that like? And he's like, it's fucking heaven. He's like, I just write stuff. And he's like, we
Write what?
he was more like, he was like a comedy writer. And he kind of was doing, I forget what part of Twitter he was on exactly, but he was basically like writing bits and jokes and memes and all that kind of stuff just to kind of like keep the place fun. And I was like, it sounds like he's like, yeah, there's fucking food and it's like everything's nice and new. Yeah. He eventually left it. I don't know why he left it. I think he got like a gig in the movies or something. I forget what it was. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
I think the one thing they have to change is, when you have like you're not connected or something and you go to your, what's trending and all that and you get this.
Yeah, you're getting that?
Can someone change that? Just the picture. I don't mind
Oh,
getting
the
this.
picture.
I just refresh it and the feed comes up. But that picture is friggin' creepy.
You could tell they're struggling a bit because I'll refresh my feed and I'll scroll down, and like after 4 minutes, I'm seeing the same stuff I was seeing like the day before, and I'm like, I know there's more tweets than this.
4 minutes. Oh yeah, that's true.
You know, it's like I'm right back to where I was before. You know what I mean? From yesterday's tweet, like there's
Yeah.
something going on there with the
Plus
Twitter.
now I'm seeing a lot more stuff I don't want to see in my feed, like from people I don't follow. Just because it's like I follow a lot of but I don't follow like fucking what's their names, like Ted Cruz. I don't follow him, but all his tweets come up in my feed. I'm like, get the
Why
fuck
would
out
you?
of here.
Oh, really?
They're always there. Ted Cruz and uh, Jim Jordan and all these assholes. I don't follow them, and all of a sudden I'm getting their tweets. I'm like, I don't. I keep Xing them out. Show me fewer. Show me fewer.
Oh, you are?
I don't
Okay,
want
yeah.
these.
That's
But
what
they
you got
keep
to do.
coming back.
Oh,
I'm not looking
maybe they'll
for them.
fix that. Yeah, that sounds miserable.
Yeah.
Today's dump, which came out again a few moments before this podcast started, from Matt Taibbi, was basically like shadow banning existed, and they were tampering down more conservative voices. And really the crux of what today was is like, before Trump, the executives weren't really getting involved in a lot of these things. And then when he came in, like every one of their meetings became about him. Like they joke around about like, I had another meeting. It was just generic though, not like it had to do with Trump. And they're like a winky face, like obviously it was about Trump. And as it turns out, they were meeting with the FBI and the CIA and all these agencies, and they were trying to figure out how to tackle what he was doing. And I will say this, because I think Twitter was wrong. But I will say this. Like, what do you call it, Frank, when you have somebody that just puts you in a position that you've never been in before, where now you have to kind of go back on some of the promises you made? He presented a new set of issues that they never had to deal
Yeah.
with before.
I'll say he did that for a lot of things, not just Twitter, but with regards to Twitter, it became we've never run into this problem before, and what are we going to do with it?
Yeah.
And it became like, well, he's causing more problems than he's solving. You know what I mean? Like, so
Right, but
he's
here's the
starting
thing.
more shit. He's spreading more lies. So,
Here's the thing. I think them banning him, taking down some tweets they had to take down. A lot of the times, maybe the better move would have been to just put, which they were doing too, but maybe not enough. Like, put underneath it, like, okay, here's what's really happening, or here's what a news source is really saying. The problem is that Trump was just like, you can't trust these news sources. Like, he really did turn shit upside down, which I get. But the truth of the matter is Twitter dipped their toe into the water, and as soon as they did that, they fell in all completely. They should have just kept things the way it was, and not been too involved. But again, without going into too much detail, I understand how they got there. I don't fault them for that, but they should have stuck to their guns. They should have stuck to what Jack Dorsey was saying, because he wouldn't have, he did not approve any of this. And even Elon came out and said, and this Jack Dorsey is suing Elon. Jack Dorsey has shit on Elon on Twitter, but Elon came out and said Jack Dorsey had nothing to do with all this stuff. That all the
well, that's
people
the problem, I think.
that all the people underneath him were just. He said he described it as the inmates running the asylum, which you can't really have if you have
Well,
a
then it is Jack
CEO.
Dorsey's fault.
What?
Well, then it is Jack Dorsey's fault. If
I
the
guess you
inmates
could
are
say
running the
that.
asylum,
I guess
he's
you could
not
say
in
that.
control.
Yeah, you could say that. Because but when the CEO sets an agenda, it should be followed. It should be followed, and it wasn't here. But here's the thing: the biggest takeaway from today's is this shadow banning. Like, they banned people they just flat out didn't like. When you go past Trump, other conservative voices just flat out got banned because these people just didn't like them, and that is
Like who? Like what was? Because I know that a lot of conservative voices got banned for spreading misinformation. There were reasons for a lot of these.
there was, but here's the problem: once you start like doing some of that stuff, then they're like, "Well, I don't agree with that guy, ban him." And here's the thing: like, we as a podcast are suffering for this today because it's not just Twitter, it's Facebook as well, it's YouTube as well. Like we went out there and they gave us all the rules. Don't say ivermectin. As soon as you say COVID, you get put on a list. As soon as you say this, as soon as you say that. And we never have I ever tampered down. Have I ever said to you, don't say this?
Yeah,
Have I? I mean, I
yeah.
think the I
We've been
word,
saying the I word, the V word.
that was it. But we still
Yeah,
talked about it.
yeah. No, we definitely did.
Yeah.
But
Th-
we avoided a few words here and
We
there.
well, we tried to navigate them, but I was never like,
Right.
we cannot talk about ivermectin on the podcast, and I
No,
never said that.
yeah, we tried not to to stop from getting flagged. We stopped saying the word, but we talked about it. Yeah.
Right. So when you look at and then I look at what our reach, like Facebook, we have not recovered on Facebook. Like they just we're on some fucking list over there. Like
Well, that's a Zuckerberg problem.
we were going into a creator program with like bonus structure pay and all the it was like right there for the taking. I think we talked about it. Like I was like, oh, we're gonna do all this crazy stuff and it's gonna be great. And all of a sudden we got suspended. This got lost. We've been reapplying for things. It's never come through our reach and our like. I get a message every day like I follow you. Why don't I see your things? And I go, oh, okay, easy. Hover over our thing and make sure you see our. And they're like, it is set to that. Why am I not? How many times on YouTube? I follow you guys. I hit the bell to get notifications. Your notifications never come up. Why is that?
I feel like you know what though. I see that in every show. Every show, every podcast, every whatever I follow on YouTube or whatever. Everybody is saying, I see comments. I'm subscribed, but I don't get the notification. I don't. I think it might be a fundamental technical issue, maybe.
It's a
'Cause I
shadow
don't
ban.
because they're not. It's shadow banning nonsense. A lot of this stuff, it's like a ghost thing. Ghost hunters. That people are like, oh, I'm subscribed, but I don't get. It's like, well, who'd shadow ban that? That's stupid. They're not doing anything controversial.
Yeah, but but you know what though? Like even when we put an episode out, I grade ourselves as controversial because if not, it's even worse. Like if I don't select a controversial tag for this show, we'll get seen by like 30 people. But when I put the controversial tag, then it lets it go out to more people. Then the ads.
What does that mean?
That's just the way it is. That's just the
Would
way it is.
controversial get more likely to be flagged?
Well, here's the thing
And
though,
shadow banned?
they tie it into the ads because if you don't if I don't put bad language or controversial, I never put like everything is okay here. I never put that because if somebody's like, well, there's bad language in this, or they're talking about controversial issues, like the stuff we talk about is not really controversial, but if we bring up wearing face masks, or if you say the word COVID, like the bots pick that up, that's controversial.
Well, it's
they didn't put the
controversial to
controversial tag
society.
on it, then we get zapped even more. That's how it works. Trust me, man. For 3 years we're doing this show this way. That is how it's been every step of the way. Especially
Really?
more so in the last year. And you look at
Elon.
you, yeah, right. But you look at the numbers and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? So, Twitter, I can't just say it's just Twitter with the shadow banning. It happens everywhere and it's frustrating and it's annoying because you have people that want to hear specific content and they can hear it. And I know what you're saying, Frank, because you're going to say, well, those guys are real assholes and we're not. And understandably so, but everybody's going to feel that way. That's why you got to have free speech enough to have everybody put their shit out there and be heard. When you have false
Yeah.
information or misspreading, that's got to be, I don't know.
So
We haven't
isn't
figured
that-
out a way around this.
Yeah, it's hard to do that because false information is that free speech? Are you allowed to go out there and give false
Yeah.
facts?
Well, it's weird. I don't know when it happened. I mean, you could blame Trump, but I think it was prior to that where somebody used to say something batshit crazy and you'd be like, ignore that. Ignore that idiot. Now
Yeah,
people are
you
like,
might say that.
now people are like, that person's making some good points, and you're like, what?
Yeah,
Fuck are you
well,
talking
when
about?
you got someone yelling at the top of their lungs, "Don't trust this, don't trust that," all the media is garbage. You're all liars. They all can't be trusted. Then you get people going, "Well, let's follow the batshit stuff." So
Well, and coming off the pandemic too, where you had a widespread virus that there was, I mean, there was not, you had, there was going to be split views on everything, and there was, we're trying to come up with facts and prove things and help people and all this and that. When you don't have the time to study it and all that, you just wind up with a mess that we wound up with, like, where you didn't know what to believe, and people did this and people did that.
that's the problem.
It was a nightmare.
When you have the people in charge going, half of the people in charge going, "You could trust this. This is fine. We're here to help you." And then you get the other half going, "I don't trust anybody. Don't you shouldn't trust anybody, and you're on your own."
Yeah,
That's the problem,
I'll never agree with
especially from
that.
our leaders.
Yeah, call me naive, but you have to trust people. I mean, you just
You have to
have to put
trust
your trust in something.
people that you know better than you. I mean, and you have some good faith there. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't trust, someone who has bad intentions or whatever it is. But if a doctor tells me something, yeah, I'll get another opinion or whatever. But for the most part, I'm not going to just go blindly. But for the most part, I know that they at least know a little bit more than I do. At the
I
very
trust my
least,
doctor wholeheartedly. You know my doctor, right? Dr. Vinny
Dr. Vinny
Boombots.
Boombats. Speaking of,
Here's what you can trust. Jumpstart Coffee Company is the best coffee ever. You will not find a better
trust that.
cup of coffee. Yeah,
Take it to the bank.
It's Democrats and Republicans. It's the only thing they agree on, to be honest with you.
100% of the polls are in.
Yeah. Great Christmas gift as well. You can order a fresh bag right now. They've got all the different blends. Of course, Frank's got the dark roast blend. Cuddles was on last episode singing her praises for the medium roast. I'm an espresso blend kind of a guy. I like the medium roast too. We'll bounce to that as well. But if I have my choice, if Cuddles gives me the option, I'll be like, yeah, throw that espresso blend in there. Let's brew that up, make it nice.
Good stuff.
They're great stuff, and you can save 15% when you order with the promo code AOA15. That's AOA15. Order with the link in the description. There's a subscription option. They are having a little bit of an issue with the subscription thing right now, but it's a great way to buy somebody a year's worth of coffee. You just boom.
And the icing on the cake, you tell them not only are you getting this coffee, but 50% is going to the Navy SEAL Foundation. That's just a bonus.
Big bonus, big time bonus.
Beautiful thing right there.
Thanks to Jumpstart Coffee Company, they're the best. Also, we don't know how to turn off the promos for the merch, so
yeah, the guy who does our editing also was in charge of the promo code.
Disappeared.
We don't know. He took the password with him. We don't know what to do.
Yeah. So take advantage of it. Still 20% off for the members. If you're not a member, join right now. Link in the description of this episode. Or you could join with the link at the homepage of anthonyonair.com. 10% for everybody. I would imagine that's going to get shut off very, very soon. But
if what's his name comes back.
Yeah, if we ever find that guy. That's the problem too. We don't bother learning the names of these people.
They're only around for a day.
Frank, Kristen Sinema, up until 5 minutes ago, Kirsten Sinema.
Kirsten.
From Kirsten. Did I screw it up even this time?
I don't know.
Whatever the hell her name is. She left the Democratic Party. And interesting timing, too. Right after Raphael Warnock gave the Dems a 51-49 advantage in the Senate, she goes, nah, not really. Hold up.
That was nice for a couple days.
Yeah, I'm switching. She's going to become an independent. She's not the only independent senator. There are two others, Bernie Sanders and some other fuck I don't know. And but the two of them always caucus with the Democrats, so they're basically independents.
Sure it won't make a huge difference, but it kind of why?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Here's what I think. Anthony thinks dick move. Fuck that girl. If Anthony works for the Kirsten Sinema team, first I'm going to learn her name. Right. And second, I'm going to say brilliant move, because basically what she did, where we were the first 2 years of the Biden administration, was Kamala's coming in to break the ties. That's why the Dems have the advantage in a 50-50 thing. Now, essentially, what she's doing by doing this is being like, hey, everybody, I'm going to be breaking the ties because now it's 49-49 and I'm an independent. Because they've been asking her all day since she announced if she was going to leave, since she announced that she was leaving, if she was going to caucus with the Democrats, basically the way Bernie Sanders does and the other guy from Wham, whoever that is. And she's like, I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to answer that. She's been basically skirting that issue. So there are some people that are like, see, she's like a Republican at heart. She's great. She's like, fuck the Dems. And yes, she left the Dems, but as everybody's been talking about today too, she's also voted with Biden 93% of the time. So she's stood up to him from certain times and not giving into what the Dems want, but 93% of the time she votes with.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Now, I don't, it's weird because I saw another opinion. Someone said it kind of made somewhat a little bit of sense. When she was elected as a Democratic leader. I feel like maybe you shouldn't change parties until you're, re-election. You say, I'm running as this now because you're voted in under a certain banner.
Well, what's interesting about that is she's basically, because when they ask her why, she's basically saying the people of Arizona are switching parties. The people of Arizona feel now more than ever that neither the Democrats or the Republicans represent them. So I represent the people of Arizona. So I'm doing this for my constituents. That's basically how she's framing it. She's pretty intelligent. She's pretty smart. She's putting herself in a position where everybody in the Senate now has to, run shit by her to see if they're going to get her vote or not. And also she's put herself in a position where she can, if what you're saying is true, Frank, which I believe it is, if there's going to be a couple of Democrats that are butthurt that she's left the party, she's probably going to make that up with the amount of Republicans that are like, yeah, fuck the Democrats. I'm glad she went independent. I will give her my vote next time around.
But I feel like if the majority of Arizona was independent, fine. But I don't think that's the case. The majority of Arizona is either Republican or Democrat.
No, that's not true. Well, no, because if you look at their election, we'll look at the governor race. It came down to the bitter end. They were split. It was close.
Well, but it's one or the other, isn't it?
I don't.
All right, let's say it's half and half, but with a little difference. It's almost 50% one or almost 50% the other. It's not independent.
But when you're an independent, you get from both sides. I don't think Robin's off here when he says that she needs attention. This was she's put herself on the national stage. I mean, she was already making controversial moves when she was voting against Democrat policies. She's already been one of those people, that who's the other guy in fucking West Virginia or whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I can't remember his name. But she's basically put herself in a quasi position of power by doing this move. It's kind of brilliant. I mean, again, I hate it as Anthony, but if I'm in the room and they're like, what do you think we should do? I'm like, fucking do this all day. Because now you've made yourself more important than any other senator.
So but now the Democrat, like your Democratic side, it's kind of like, what the fuck? You just kind of alienated half of your audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, I get that she's trying to play both sides of the fence, but is it going to work? Because you just said, fuck you to the Democratic Party. You just left it. You may not have, you may take on the, that you're in the independent thing saying, oh, I could handle everything now. I'm on both sides or whatever it is. But I feel like Democrats aren't going to see it that way.
I agree. Paige, I don't think she did it for Arizona, but for her own gain. 1,000,000%. She's out there smiling like, I'm doing this for the people of Arizona. Like, she's like, oh, don't hate on me. Like, this is for my people,
okay.
And there's some people out there that are probably like, oh, I like that. I'm from Arizona. She's good. I think what you're going to see her do is when she's in front of a Democratic audience running for the election, she's going to be like, I voted with Joe Biden 93% of the time. And when she's on those
Republican,
when she's on the Republican side, she's going to be like, I left those pieces of shit just for you guys. Yeah. And everybody's going to go crazy.
Yeah, but then what? Everything she says isn't going to be Republican.
No, it's not. But
be toting.
Oh, here's the
towing
other interesting
the
thing.
Republican line.
Elon praised her for this because Elon, and I think we all feel this way. Although we've just been doing it since the beginning of time. But we all feel like, wouldn't it be better if we got rid of these fucking parties?
Absolutely, but jumping ship, at the one of the most important times, it's like it's a little weird. Yeah, I get it. If we were going to abolish all parties, I get that, but I feel like once we do that, it's just going to turn into something else. I'm all for getting rid of parties, but once you do that, you're going to get, it's going to just turn into something else. You're going to get 50% of the people in Congress or the Senate is going to be like, oh, I go this. So why don't we just call it? I go this way on every issue. Why don't we just call it something? It's just going to
That's
turn
the thing.
back into another party.
Well, here's the truth of the matter, and I'm sorry to break some people's hearts here, but the two-party system is not in the Constitution. That is
Yeah, no,
something that
it evolved.
naturally evolved into, and it will never naturally evolve out of because people don't pay enough attention, and they're going to be like, well, those four things we see eye on. Okay, I'll just vote with you guys.
Yeah. I believe I'm on the side of most of what you're saying and none of what you're saying.
So that's where and that's just always the way it's going to be.
Yeah, and a third party would just muddy the waters, and we'd have, I don't know.
Like, for example, Janine is always on your side because when I go, hey, guys, let's all get together and wear blue shirts tonight, what happens when I come on the fucking thing? You're both wearing red shirts.
We talked before the show.
Yeah, I know you did because you could have went purple or green and nobody would have noticed, but you basically
My purple and
both
green
chose,
shirts are in the laundry.
you chose the exact opposite
Frank
color.
has an announcement.
I have an announcement.
Frank has an announcement to make. He's actually switching parties.
Are you Sinema? Are you Sinema?
I'm actually not registered as a Democrat, by the way.
Well, that's a lie, but
I'm technically not affiliated with a party.
I'll go along with it. Listen, I tell my son all the time, you're definitely my child. I don't know if that's true. So I can do this with you.
Agreed.
Kid.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you too. I don't know if my daughter is my wife's. I wasn't.
That's a weird mix-up.
I don't know. I wasn't in the room when they cut her open and pulled it out. Could have swapped it really quick. Who knows?
Just have a baby standing by.
Yeah, I mean, I did
swap this baby,
and I did right before I go like this to the nurse. And what if I give you 50 and you get them nerd couple over there? Let's pull the old switcheroo because the last one you guys gave me is a real disappointment. I don't know if she did it or not. She took the $50. I'll tell you that.
You see, you don't know.
Anyway,
we'll
how are you, J Sabs?
I'm like just overwhelmed. I don't know how long I could stay. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I really don't.
Are you too much drawing up plans for Christmas decorations and not actually putting up decorations?
So I made an executive decision, and I did not wait for Gaetano, roommate, to come home to finish part of the lights. So when he got home, he was surprised with me putting up some of the lights. I also
did you draw it out or no?
No, you know what?
You just freeballed it?
I freeballed it. And nice. Then I also put, you ever see those like it's like a reindeer with a sleigh, but you have to like put the pieces in together and do it all up?
The wooden one, like the
No.
Or like the picket fence, or the
plastic one?
Iron one looking.
They're kind of frames. Yeah, they're frame-ishy. Well, I did that by myself today. No directions, because it's old. I mean, it's about 3 years old, so I like had to do it. See, this is why I take past pictures to know how it goes.
Yeah, I got to do that. I have to document my whole house now because I'll never remember next year.
Gotta start taking pictures.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We miss you too. I missed you too.
Can I make
I'm tired.
Oh, Aaron has a point. My wife has a point about why I'm not registered as a Democrat.
Because you don't know.
When I was 18, I was like, I'm not going to be affiliated with a party, and then I just don't know how to change it.
I agree. I did the same thing.
But you were a Republican up until 2016 or so, right?
I was a Republican? No, I was not.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
said you were.
affiliated with anything.
I know, but you said you were a Republican.
No, he said he was voting for John McCain and also going to Republican only glory holes. That's what he said. You have to pay closer
Sure.
attention.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I make a suggestion to you,
None of
Jay
that is true.
Sabs?
Go ahead.
What if you don't listen to me now? Full out, wrote it all the way out. Fuck Joe Biden on your roof. Pass up that FJB guy. Now you're the big star in the neighborhood,
You know what? You're right.
right?
You can roll that camera. Go ahead if you want to show that picture, or you want
I'll
me
roll
to
the
show it.
footage. Yeah, the FJB guy is back in Janine's neighborhood.
Here's the right, classing it up as usual.
Yeah. Well, what is this? Did they put porta potties outside of that guy's house? Is that what I'm looking at?
Porta potties.
Who sent a porta potty pic?
Oh, that was my sister-in-law.
I don't know who that is.
I mean, FJB. I mean,
And again,
Doesn't
did I say
really-
this last year? Because this is pissing me off right now. He's got a fourth fucking square just empty. Put an exclamation point in there.
Yeah, that's
This
or a
is-
heart or a
this
heart.
is poor planning. Well, FJB. If you put a heart, it looks like someone's initials. That like, that you I like you love this person or something.
Can I show the picture in front of my house? The thing that I put together that I'm still proud of myself. That
I would say as long as you can identify what your house is, that's a good move.
that's fine.
Okay, you're gonna regret this, but okay.
How much for you to
There's
put
no
an
numbers. There's no
F
numbers.
Donald Trump? How much of you to do that on your
Right.
on your
Oh, good question. Oh, so it's one of those like kind of
Yeah.
wants to be going closer on the actual fucking thing.
I'm not gonna. How long did that take you? Because it doesn't. I'm gonna say it doesn't look that complicated. How many pieces are there?
They're all like this folds into like a flat thing.
Oh, all right. Then that's complicated.
So yeah, that's why.
I thought it was like 3 pieces that just
No.
interlock and that's it.
No.
All right.
And I'm like, this is why people like a lot of people just use blow ups because literally all you do is just
Plug it in,
Plug
but you
it
got to
in.
stake it in.
I feel like that was a
Right.
shot at me, but I use blow-ups.
yes.
Yeah.
No, I have some too.
Blow-ups are
Okay.
good.
But I do have something that I'm very, very excited about this year. I got a new light up.
Does it
thing.
vibrate?
I wish.
Oh.
And if you know who this is, then you're my peoples. If not, well then go fuck yourself. Can I
Man,
do it?
Drawing a
What do you
line in
got?
the sand. I love it.
Come on, drum roll.
it's hard to see, but I'm guessing that's
Oh, the
Bumble.
yeah, the abominable snowman.
Bumble's boats.
I was hoping that neither of you would get it, and so I could be like, see this, and then just leave. But now since you both fucking got it, I have to stay.
You think you're gonna get us on a movie thing?
No, Rudolph is oh wait. Right next to it is Rudolph.
Nice.
There he is.
I'm a big Rudolph person, so but when I saw the Bumble, I was like, oh, I have to get this. I get home and
Bumble's good.
roommate's like, where are we putting that?
You gotta get Yukon Cornelius. He was the best.
Can I just say,
That one's hard to find.
is that not one of the most classic man lines? Where are we putting that?
Right.
Where do you think we would have put that thing?
And I said, bend over and I'll show you.
There you go. Well, this might lead us into our next into the canon thing, right?
Hell yeah. Well, let me say this. I have one more suggestion. Instead of FJB, what if you put FBJ and people know this is where we go for fun blowjobs?
I
Does
like
that
that.
work?
Okay.
I feel like I'm coming up with a lot of good suggestions that you're basically just going to wind up ignoring anyway. That's what I feel like is what's happening.
The thing is, since we don't have flat roofs, it's hard to put lights up there. You know, it's not easy.
Well, flat roof, you wouldn't see it.
Well, I mean, like if you line the house, if that makes sense, with the lights up there.
Well, you have the roof just like this guy has.
I know, but he don't put anything up there. Look, he does the bare minimum. It takes him 8 hours. He misses 2 birthday parties, and he put up
Yeah,
2 blow
seems
ups. I
seems
mean, you
worth
know,
What do you mean you
probably
missed 2 birthday parties?
probably took 5 shits, but you know that's all right.
Yo, I did take 5 shits that day. That's the problem. It was a big shit day.
Oh, him. I thought you meant the other guy.
No.
No, but no, There is one more thing I could put out, but I'm not sure if I really want to. It's just a pain to put together. That's it. It's like one of those things where you have to match up the holes. There's a, you
That's
know,
what she said.
there's a front and the back.
That's
It's
also
just,
what she said.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
We're talking about lights or a porn? I can't even tell. I got
Oh,
distracted. I was writing
right.
something.
You were talking about something you not wanting to put out something. That's
Right.
unlike
And we
you.
just got a tree. We literally just came. We just came back from getting a
Oh
tree.
my
so
god! Why don't you wait till fucking Christmas Eve?
What's
well, it
that,
was
the
every
9th?
time we wanted to go, it rained, and I'm like, I'm not going in the rain.
Oh, this rain,
And you-
it was been a killer these last couple of days.
Then you bring in a wet tree into the house.
Yeah, no
Yeah, you
thanks.
can't do that.
No.
Yeah.
We bought a similar thing to what Janine just showed. It was a mailbox that, like I said, like, you know, Santa's letters or whatever, like Santa here, and like the thing would like actually open and like the letter would come out. We put it out. I wake up the next morning after it is it's like completely crumpled and destroyed. And
Because
I'm
of the
like,
wind.
no, like, I mean, like, and I go, did somebody fucking, like, I'm looking at the grass for like, I'm like, how did this fucking, my wife backed over it, didn't tell me. And then she goes, what happened here? I go, I don't know. And then I'm like, we gotta check this fucking security camera. Like, what is
Oh man,
oh,
she covered it up and she thought the camera didn't catch it.
like a good 2 hours? She was like, oh, what
Wow.
happened here? And she's like, I might have hit it. I don't know, but I don't. And then she goes, I don't think it caused that much damage. I'm like, okay, we're never spending like $200 on one of these things ever again.
Oh my
No.
god, that's hilarious.
But
Yeah.
literally, I'm almost done. I couldn't do the big trees by myself. I'm not going on a ladder by myself. So tomorrow we'll do the 2 big trees, and then that's it. I'm done. Then.
But here's the thing with your Bumble and your Rudolph and all that. Do you find like I have to adjust my blow up guy every day? I have another Santa Claus that I have to put back every fucking day. Like I got these things bungeed and staked into the ground, and none of it works.
How is that
like-
possible? The stakes usually work. I don't know what
No, it's
No.
you know what it is. If it's windy,
I get
or
that.
if it
But,
crumples down the wrong way, it's not going to stand back up the right way.
well,
but
if it's windy, you don't inflate it.
But then you
It's out there every day. It's on the
Yeah.
timer. You're not gonna be like, oh, they fucking go
Oh, look at
unplug
these
this.
guys with the fancy timers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What,
no.
you don't have a timer on your lights?
I just plug it in.
What is this? 1998?
You are in 1986. You really are.
I plug
Frank,
it
did you
in. I
just
don't
get
need
the
a timer
internet?
to plug in. What's the internet?
Wait, your outside lights or your inside lights?
The inside lights, I flick a switch and they're all on. And the outside lights, I just plug. I unplug. They all come on. I plug. They're in. The plug is right next to my door.
Guess what he's getting, Anthony?
What am I?
Timer for Christmas.
He's going to get one of those plugs that you put in the wall. You plug that one in, and that's it.
You can ask my wife, and stop me if I've said this on the show, but I bought a new smart plug this
Yeah.
year. I've talked about this. I could literally set it to go on before the sun sets. Like I don't
Yeah.
set a time, not like 4:30, not 6 o'clock. I just go put it on 20 minutes before the sun sets, and as the sun adjusts, the sun setting is adjusting, the timer is adjusting with that. It is.
Yeah.
You can ask my wife. I like on a daily basis. I go, seriously, how great are these fucking timers? Like my living room lights on this timer. I put the Christmas tree on this timer. I fucking love it.
We well, obviously being married to him, our house has been like that for the last 3 years.
Yeah, it's a great way to live. It is a great.
Right.
I will never again when daylight savings comes and goes and all that bull. I don't have to fucking touch shit. It's over. Adjusting timers is a complete part of my life. It's non-existent to me anymore.
Yeah.
That's why my lights, my all year round lights that are outside, are solar. They go on. They go on when the sun sets, and they show
Yeah.
up from there.
But
So
then
you
they
can
always
have
get
that.
ruined.
You can have that for yourself.
Oh.
Like even my outdoor timer, it's a lot more rudimentary because it goes on when the sun goes down, it's got a little solar thing on it, and it goes on and it stays on for 8 hours. You could set it for like 4 hours, 6 hours, or 8 hours. So it's a little bit more rudimentary than the plug on the inside. But even still, I like that because again, it's not like when you coming home at this time of the year and your house is dark is fucking depressing to me. I just could I can't I just can't live that way.
That's why you got to work from home, buddy.
You still working from home?
Hell yeah.
Oh my God! Till when?
Forever.
Forever. Speaking of which, I had a meeting in Queens today. I had to go into Queens.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What a fucking shithole that place
What
is.
time was it?
Oh, in the middle of the day, but still.
Oh,
Fuck
sorry.
everything. The LIE. This is what I'd love to know from people. Please comment below. Do you just have impossible roads where you live? I feel like nobody deals with traffic for no friggin' reason other than us here in New York, especially on
There's
Long
usually
Island.
no reason. I don't know, because when you get to the front of the traffic, and it just breaks up magically.
Yeah.
You look around and you go, "What the hell was all that?"
Okay, can I tell you what's weird that happened to me today? And I feel like Janine, did you get a ticket from a camera?
yes.
A speed ticket?
Yep.
I've gotten one of those.
I'm driving, and then
Because you went over 25.
I did.
yeah,
Him.
that's
No,
yeah.
Anthony.
No, because I was driving today, and I got I had to do a couple of different stops before I went to this meeting, and I got my I never put my Apple Voice on with the navigation because I just like to look at it, but I put it on if I really like I don't really know where I'm going. I put it on so it tells me. Fucking Apple comes on and goes, "There's a speed camera coming up. Please slow
Yep.
down." I go, "What the fuck?" And it was like 25 miles an hour, and I saw the damn thing. And Apple was warning me, the Apple Maps was warning me before I even got up to it. I'm like, this is fucking great. But sure enough, everybody was doing 25 through this area. It was unbelievable.
It is infuriating driving there because
Yeah, because you hit every single light.
you hit every single light. It takes literally 20 minutes to go a mile and a half.
Yeah,
Not
it's
even.
insane.
Because nobody wants to get a ticket. And so they're going less than 25. And it's like, how do you I go crazy.
Because it's yeah,
Uh-uh.
it's 3 lanes. It looks like a highway, and you're supposed to go slower than the
Right.
allowed speed limit on the side streets. The side street speed limit is 30 miles an hour, and 25 on the main highway road. It's like that's ridiculous.
Here's the other thing too. You cannot fucking park in that goddamn borough.
No.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
parking's terrible.
Like it is like when I have to go into Manhattan, okay, I know it's going to be crowded. I know it's going to be crazy. I know there's going to be traffic, but there is, I don't know, a comfort level to it because you're like, all right, I can't find a spot. There's
I have to go
fucking,
parking lot. Yeah.
there's 3 parking garages on this
Right.
street. In Queens, you just can't find a spot and there's no parking garages,
Yep.
and it's just like fucking figure it out yourself. And I'm like, how do people fucking exist? How do people live like
You
this?
gotta
I don't
leave
understand
an
it.
hour earlier. You gotta leave an hour earlier, and then when you get to where you're going, you gotta circle the block 100 times before someone leaves, and you squeeze into the most ridiculous spot.
Well, squeezing in, right? But like you guys know where my parents live.
I was just gonna say that area is the worst.
She, no joke, I hear her and she's gonna get shot one day, I know. She fights with someone at least 1 to 2 times a week for parking in like blocking her driveway. Someone's blocking her driveway a foot in, 2 feet in. I can't tell you how many times she's had cars towed.
Nice.
And I'm like, why? How do you live there? How do you even live there? I don't even know.
Yeah.
And to me, that would just be like so frustrating. Like you don't need that. You know, so annoying.
Paul, defund Queens.
Exactly.
I'm with you. I don't know what they're doing with the money where though people are giving them. I really don't know. It's not fucking. So here's the thing too. Our friends who used to live in Janine's old neighborhood, I would get anxiety attacks hearing our friend talk about. I drove around for 40 minutes
Yep.
looking for a parking.
Yep.
Like came home at the end of the day, like from whatever on a Saturday, doing whatever with the family. Came home, dropped the family off, drove around for 40 minutes looking for a parking spot. Like I just
That's
like
ridiculous.
that. I mean, it's such
You
a
get a lot
waste.
of you time though. It's a lot of you get a lot of thinking done.
A lot of time to listen to a podcast too, so I guess it's not
Right.
a bad thing altogether.
Like Anthony on air. That's the thing. Yeah, God. This is
I
how
know.
you know we're old. We're talking about parking.
I know. Can you believe the
Can't get
parking?
a freaking spot out there. It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
please. So I had to go to 2 post office today. Don't ask why. That
Oh,
was part,
sorry.
that was part of what I had to do in Queens. And in both of them, the line's like out the door. And in both of them, just some old lady comes up and goes, they only have one window open?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
y- shut the fuck. We know we're all saying the same things
It's ridiculous.
in our head. Yeah.
Wait forever here now.
The holidays, they should think they should add more people. I can't believe they didn't think about that. Adding more people. Could you fucking believe it? Maybe they can't fucking find somebody that wants to sit back there fucking $12 an hour and fucking deal with people like you, you know? Maybe that's it. I can't stand people. I really
People are
fucking
the
can't.
worst.
I can't either. I know.
All right, so
Horrible.
let's go to a more jolly subject.
Yes. So listen, unlike Jason, do you have your lights on, Frank? Is your tree up?
Yeah, up, running, going.
All right.
Good stuff.
Unlike these two, though, I've had a fresh tree up since the day after Thanksgiving. Lights on my house. This is why I want to talk about Christmas movie canon. What is in the Christmas movie canon? Because I'll tell you where I'm at right now. I've watched Elf.
Hmm.
I've watched last night I watched Scrooged.
Love
Watched the
that
Santa
movie.
Claus. I've watched Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
You're getting all the major
Christmas
ones down.
done.
I've watched the new Grinch because that's my kids. I've watched that 7 times actually. Um, kind of running through. I don't know. I feel like I'm forgetting some movies. I
Well,
don't
you
know.
gotta go Rudolph. You
Yeah.
gotta go the classics, the claymation stuff.
Okay, I've watched
Love the
Frosty.
climate.
I haven't watched Rudolph.
Okay, Frosty the Animated. That's good. Rudolph.
What's the
you gotta
one
get the-
with Bumble in it? What's that one called?
That's Frost. That's
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Oh, that's in Rudolph. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. You gotta do that one.
Christmas with the Cranks.
Okay, I've watched Christmas with the Cranks.
Never saw
I
that one.
love Christmas with the Cranks.
I'll tell you
Never
what,
saw
that
it.
was a shitty one, but
What?
it's grown on me.
What?
Yeah,
Um,
it's kind of a shitty one, but it's grown on me.
we watched the one on Netflix, Holiday Date. That was cute.
Who's that
Holiday?
one with?
With what's her name?
Is
Emma
that the new-
Roberts.
Who?
Emma
Emma
Roberts.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
You know
Yes,
who Emma Roberts is? Julia
come
Roberts'
on.
niece.
Come on.
Nothing.
They're terrible.
Yes, you do.
Probably if I saw a picture of her face.
She was in Scream 4.
Have you seen the new Lindsay Lohan? Because that's supposed to be the big new holiday drop on Netflix.
No, but that's someone
Yeah.
you were talking about people getting work done to their face. Woo! Damn, this girl.
Hey,
You
but
know
you know
what I
what?
love?
Should we
Office
do-
Christmas
we-
party.
Office
What is
Christmas
it?
Party, that's
Office-
a good one.
Is that a good? Okay, I've never seen that one. All right, let me put that on the list. Office
funny.
Christmas Party.
Frank,
That's
what's
one.
wrong with him?
Lots. Where do we start?
I haven't seen
Well,
it.
you know what we got to do is that Lindsay Lohan milk and Pepsi thing.
Yeah, that's right. We do have to
Pilk.
do that.
You ever see Krampus?
I have seen Krampus.
No,
That was
is
good.
Underrated. I thought it wasn't too. It wasn't bad.
is
I
that the
liked it.
horror one?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a fucking. I don't want horror in my Christmas. Enough with that
Oh,
shit.
stop it, you.
Everything's
There's
got
a
to
new
be.
one coming out now. What the hell is it called?
With the
Violent
guy-
Night
Yeah, with the guy from Stranger
from
Things.
Stranger Things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can I tell you something? I thought I'm like fuck this movie. Yet everything I read on it, people are like, this is really
Yeah.
good.
I want to
What
see
about Ernest Saves Christmas? That one's not good.
Stop
it.
it.
The best Ernest
what's
movie
good?
is Ernest Goes to Jail. The end.
Harold and Kumar Christmas.
I have not seen that. Is that
never
worth?
seen
Is that worth it?
I do like and there's that other one.
Jingle All the Way isn't bad. I know a lot of
don't
people
know
don't like that
about
one.
that
but I don't mind that one.
Jingle all the way. Okay, I haven't watched that one in a while, but I will watch that one. That one stinks, but it's okay. There are great movies that are classics that make you feel warm inside and wonderful in tradition, and then there's like a shit level that you can't help but watch. That's where I
You
put
gotta
Jingle All the
watch
Way.
Did you see The Night Before?
The Nightmare Before?
No, The Night Before.
No.
Fuck.
Muppet Christmas Carol, yes. Mickey's Christmas Carol? Not sure. But
Then
that one's a good one.
I watched Muppet Christmas Carol.
Seth Rogen is in The Night Before with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Okay, that's a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
The Night Before.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm writing all these down.
The Night Before is good.
This is what
What
I
about
need.
like Miracle on 34th Street and
Yeah.
what's the other one?
I'm looking.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, no, I can't.
No?
I don't really do those. Maybe every now and then. I'll tell you what, I do the newer Miracle on 34th Street. I have a bit more tolerance for.
All right.
I'm a big
Hold
Dylan
on.
McDermott guy.
Are you?
What's the one with the Island of Misfit Toys? What's that one? Is it Island
That's
of Misfit?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's
Still Rudolph too, right?
That is still Rudolph.
Yeah, see, I forget half of these things. Die Hard, everybody, we always like arguing over that of Christmas movie or not.
If Die Hard's a Christmas
Yes.
movie, then Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Mm. Okay, Paige, did anyone see Spirited with Will Ferrell and Apple? Everyone said it was good, but I think only so. I thought it was cute. I
I
thought
didn't
it
see that
was.
one yet either.
I'm telling everybody to watch that one. You know, not everybody's gonna love it. Like Paige thought it was so, but I thought it was a cute reimagining of the Charles Dickens story. The
I wanted to see it, but I don't have Apple. I don't have the Apple, whatever that.
Hello, we're missing a big one. Home Alone.
Okay, Home Alone.
Yeah,
That's a big
sure.
one. Yeah, I've watched Home Alone. I watched Home Alone and Home Alone 2. I won't go any further than that.
Not 3, 4, or whatever the hell the rest of them
No.
are.
By the way, there's like 7 of them. There's literally, if you go on Disney Plus, there's like 6 Home Alones. Like no joke.
Well, they literally just came out with one last year with
The brother.
some big names in it, and I forget who they are, but I think Billy Eichner is one of them, something like that.
It's all dog shit. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Love Actually. Is that really a holiday movie?
that is well. It all happens around Christmas. A lot of it's Christmas related.
I've never seen that one, but everyone thinks I named. Fucking shit. Sorry. Everyone thinks I named my daughter, my youngest daughter, after a character in the movie.
And Love
You did
Actually?
not.
Yeah, Aurelia, but I didn't.
Thank God she
I
said
don't
it.
even know who that was.
She was like,
I was-
sorry,
That's
Anthony.
Scrooged.
Now you remember her name. You're like, oh wait, Aurelia Janine's.
I'm like, there was a Teresa in that movie? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, this is what I'm sighing at because I'm babysitting because I'm a really really nice sister.
Doesn't seem like you're babysitting. Oh, what?
That it's a whatchamacallit. One
a
of
guinea
those
pig.
Yeah. One of those disgusting things. Can you see how I moved it again? Oops.
Whose guinea pig is that?
He's looking at you. My brother's.
Why can't he watch it?
Oh, he's on mute, Anthony.
Can we just say Italian American pig and not be so racist?
I know, right?
No.
Thank you.
No.
That would have been so much better if I wasn't muted the first time I said
That
it.
would have been, you idiot.
Fucking asshole.
So the one movie I grew up watching,
Yeah.
that I guarantee, I don't know if I guarantee you two haven't seen it, is Yogi's First Christmas.
What the fuck is that?
Yogi Bear.
No.
Nobody?
No.
Anybody in
Hold
the
on,
chat?
look
Yogi's First Christmas. It's a classic. It's like 2.5 hours. Fantastic. Highly
What's
recommend.
even the best Scrooge? I think it's Scrooged.
I love Scrooged. I agree.
Scrooged is so fucking good.
My wife points out, we watched it not too long, like a few days ago, and the chemistry between Bill Murray and Karen Allen. I mean, the best in almost
I
any
know.
movie.
Don't you just want to watch them fuck? That's what I say to my wife every time.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it's about.
Wait, what?
I saw Karen Allen in the city one time. Walked right past her. Like, hey,
Really? She's
Karen Allen.
a natural beauty.
Yeah, she's great.
Like not a lot of makeup required with Karen Allen.
Look at Suge Glutes. Yogi was my favorite. See?
Wow.
Telling you.
That's amazing.
Yogi's First Christmas, baby. It's great.
All right, Paul. White Christmas is underrated. So I'm Christmas crazy. I'm asking for fucking movies. A couple of years ago, it's like before Christmas, and I'm like, I'm dying to watch a Christmas movie. Like one of the only ones that was on Netflix was White Christmas. it was hard to get through. It was hard to get
There's
through.
just a lot of tap dancing or something.
Yeah, and it's like I want to, as a Christmas buff, I want to love it. And you think of all like I'm dreaming of a white Christmas comes from fucking that movie. And again, I want to love it. And I'm not saying it's not great. When you watch a movie and you could recognize the greatness, but you're like, I missed it. I understand that this was great in 1960, whatever, but it's not. I'm falling asleep here. It's so fucking slow paced and all that kind of shit,
I somewhat feel the same way with March of the Wooden Soldiers.
I love
Yeah.
You don't like that one?
It's kind of. I'm watching.
Okay.
I
do
get
love that
why
one.
it was. What isn't it in black and white originally? You
Yeah, it's
watch
in color
that.
now. It's in
I
color.
can only watch. I can only watch the color one. Wait, that's not the same one as Babes in Toyland, though, right?
No, it is. They called it two different things. I forget why. I just saw something on this. Sometimes it was called Babes in Toyland. Sometimes it was called March of the Wooden Soldiers. I don't know why. I don't know if it was like a Europe thing and an America. I forget what the reason why is. Maybe somebody in the chat can help me out here.
Somebody Google that for us. I have no idea.
Wait, sorry, my cat's down here and he's staring at this thing like.
You're gonna eat
lunch?
that fucking thing.
Yeah, my brother's like, you think you could get rid of that thing somehow?
Why are you watching it? I mean, isn't your brother like?
No, they're someplace.
Okay, so they're someplace.
Do you guys do this too, though, where it's like my father always told me that March of the Wooden Soldiers was his favorite Christmas movie as a kid, so it instantly meant more to me for some reason.
My mom loves that one.
That makes sense.
That's weird. My mom and your dad like the same movie. You think that they ever?
My dad and your mom should have fucked. Like the more and more.
Right?
Like they knew the same people. Right. Like I feel like they should definitely like if your dad dies and my mom dies, we should have a conversation.
Yeah.
We should sit down and talk because one of them might wind up with a piece of shit. At least we could be like, "Here you go, you miserable fucks, go together."
Right.
It's nice. It's a nice thought.
Oh, we're thinking about it.
Actually, never mind. I'm not going to say it because it's really bad. But I'm not going to say it to Ray. I was trying to get it of a way to get closer to Frank's brother's father-in-law.
Right.
Just wondering if his wife is allergic to something. I'm just curious.
It's messed up.
Just
That's
wondering.
Awesome. I like it. I like you plotting for it. Let me see here. Paige. Anne has such a type. Karen Allen, Leah Remini, and many more. It's all brunettes with natural wavy or curly hair every damn time. Yeah, that's basically it. If they're abusive and they fly off the handle and they're a firecracker, also pluses. Also tend to like that. If they check my phone on a daily basis, I seem to like that as well.
That's your bag?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
If they say, if you look at another woman, I'll fucking kill you. For some reason.
That gets you going, huh?
It just seems to get me going. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it gets me going or I have no choice and can't leave. But whatever it is, that's what seems to be working. Let me see. What else here? I saw a couple other good ones. Oh, Charlie Brown Christmas. Watched it already.
Sure.
Classic.
What? No good? Lights, please.
Charlie Brown annoys me. He's so fucking annoying. Like, no.
One of my favorite movies, another movie growing up, Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown. It's like a 2-hour movie, and it was great. It's
I love A Christmas Story from Janie. Again, I just cannot get into
Christmas Story.
Me either. That one I could not get into.
Oh, it's so
People
good.
love that.
And even there's a new one now, and I even told myself I'm gonna go watch the first. What?
Somebody wrote, "You annoy me, Jay." Thanks.
Boom.
Just kidding. Okay.
There's a new Christmas. There's a sequel, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch the original. I'm gonna watch the sequel too. I can't get myself to put the sequel on.
I was gonna do that too, but now since you said it, it's not good, huh?
I don't know. I didn't see it. I just can't get myself to do it.
You can't get yourself to open up the app and just press play.
Commit to the first one. Yeah, I just cannot do it. It's the same thing with they had the Santa Claus. Now it's a series that they're putting out every Wednesday.
That I'd see.
I think I'll get there when it's all out. Right now, it's annoying me. I can't be coming back every fucking Wednesday to watch one of those episodes. When it's all out there, I'll do it. But that was a little disappointing because I thought that was going to be a movie. And that's the thing too. I'll tell you what.
The cat is trying to eat the guinea pig's food.
Oh, food. Oh, damn it. I thought you were going to eat the guinea pig.
Maybe put it on a table or something. I don't know.
I don't want a friggin' mini series, Frank. I want a movie. Christmas time.
That's what I thought it was.
A movie.
Yeah. That's what I thought it was, but then they were like, no, it's episodes. I can't be bothered. I'm trying to think if there's any other classic Christmas.
My wife loves The Holiday.
The Holiday? What is that?
Well,
it's the Christmas movie where
she switches places, right?
Yeah, they switch places. Who's the hot one that I love? Oh, the one from Titanic.
Oh, yeah.
Kate Winslet's so fucking hot in that movie. Switch places with
the old lady.
The one that you love. Or what's her name? From The Mask.
Oh, Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz. I think Kate Winslet is so much. Janine, decide right now who's hotter, Kate Winslet or Cameron Diaz.
Oh, Cameron Diaz, I guess.
Bias. I shouldn't have asked a blonde. Let's go to the live chat. Who's hotter? 1 for Kate Winslet, 2 for Cameron Diaz. Please, everybody, comment right now.
Just write Kate or Cameron.
1 for people. That's right. 1 for Kate Winslet, 2 for Cameron Diaz. Who's hotter?
Numbers. 5
Anyway,
for Kate Winslet, 112 for.
Stop it. I just found out that Dustin Hoffman is in that movie for like 3 seconds, and it is a hilarious part. And it turns out it was a complete fluke because he just happened to be eating in the restaurant next door. And in the scene, they were in a video store and they were talking about The Graduate. So Nancy Myers goes, "Wait, we're actually talking about The Graduate. Do you want to come in and do a quick little cameo?" And he's like, "All right." No makeup, no the clothes he was wearing. He just walked on, did the fucking line, and went back home. And I'm telling you, it's the line that steals the movie.
That's fantastic.
It's fucking great. All right, there's a lot of ones coming up.
There's a lot of ones. A lot of Kates in the chat.
I'm only seeing 2 2s right now.
Haywood and Robin. I'm with you. Just watch The Mask. And then
that's it. She's not hot after that movie. Because I'll tell you why. She's the heaviest. She's the heaviest you've ever seen her in The Mask. She lost like 15 pounds and no good no more. That's the truth.
I don't know.
That's the absolute truth.
Really?
Yeah, that's the God's honest truth. She got too skinny. She was a little thicker, a little plumper in The Mask, and she looked the best there.
Yeah.
By the way, you didn't ask me about my concert. Thank you. That's also why I'm very tired. That's why.
Let's go with that. I thought it was tonight. I didn't even think you were making it.
Fuck, I should have said it was tonight. I'm so stupid.
All right, tell me about your. Okay, can I tell you this? I was looking in the comments, because we have the live chat here, and then everybody comments on the show afterwards, or they'll tweet, or they'll Facebook message. There's 90,000 places to check for comments. Not complaining. I love it. Keep it coming. But we're talking about 10 or 20 people were like, by the way, I fucking love Taking Back Sunday.
Yes, I know. I saw that too.
I don't live in New York.
And you made fun of me, and I'm like, no, I think other people do know it.
I'm not. They have fans. I know they have fans, but it's like, I don't know. It's like Billy Joel. He can sell out 20 consecutive dates in Madison Square Garden, and if he goes to Texas, he can maybe do it once or twice, and that's really it.
Yeah, no. If I lived in Texas, I would not go see him either. So, ugh.
Back Sunday.
Do you know them?
I know of them.
Yeah, you don't know this. It's okay.
Not a big fan.
You're not as punk as me. It's okay. I get it.
All right, give me a full review. I want to know how they were. How was the bar? How was the whole night?
So the concert was supposed to start at 6:30. It ended up starting at 8. Me and my friends left my house at 8 o'clock because I'm like, do we really have to go for the bands before? Let's go. Let's take our time. We get there like 8:20. The first band didn't even go on yet.
Oh shit.
Oh. And as I'm getting, we're online to get in, and I'm like, is that my friend? So I call his name, and he turns around. I was like, fuck, it is you. And then he was with his brother, who I know too. So we basically just hung out with them. You know them. You know them. And
I don't care. Move on.
it was funny because I haven't seen them since before the COVID started, and they may or may not be the people who didn't want to see me because I wasn't vaccinated.
So this was you were putting the friendship back together move.
Well, it was like one of them. He called me last November, and I was very cool. I was very, whatever. And I never called him back. I didn't. I was just like, So I forgot what I said, but oh my God, it was such a good like segue in. And he laughed so hard. He's like, oh, I guess that's the icebreaker for right now. So the whole night I kept cracking jokes. You know that, right? Like, of course I'm going to be an asshole.
Yeah, because when you fixate on something, you really don't let it
go. Oh,
yeah.
I don't. I was like, well, where's your mask? Oh, well, I don't know.
Dick.
Just, dick. And then, so the place was good. Have you ever been there for a concert?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I also saw one of my other friends too that I know.
Which place was it?
How you say that? How you say it?
Mulcahy's.
Yeah.
Mulcahy's.
Yeah.
I've been there before. Last night I was like, what? It seems so much bigger. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. But anyway, it was good. So they finally came on at almost 10 o'clock.
Holy shit.
And me and my friend were like, oh my God. I was like, thank God I took Advil before I came out.
Man, we're old.
Because my back was starting to kill me.
Oh my God, you're so fucking old.
Listen, you don't do the dances I do every week, buddy, okay?
Were you dancing? Were you out there dancing?
No, I wasn't. No, I mean like the gym classes that I take.
Oh.
So, but you know what? It was fine. It was good. They sang 19 songs. Their set was pretty good, but like, the newer stuff.
Wait, but they're a punk band, so 19 songs. Where did that end in? Like 36 minutes?
Right. 34. They were good. I liked it. I had fun. I have, like I said, I haven't been to a concert in a long time, so.
What was their big hit? I can't remember.
I don't even know, because I used to always just listen to their old stuff.
Not a clue.
Is it hold on a minute.
I'm gonna look on Spotify right now. Let me see here. Taking Back Sunday.
Without the E? Is that it?
Cute Without the E.
I think
that's got 136 million listens.
Yeah, I think so.
You sure it wasn't? There's no I in team.
It's funny because I was like, so stupid. I was like, what do I wear? I don't want to look like I'm trying to be like too young.
What I don't understand, this whole thing with don't wear the band's shirt to the concert.
I did
What is that? I do that every time.
I wore a Blink shirt. So I was like, what do I wear? I was like, all right.
Stupid. I don't get that.
Let me wear ripped jeans. Let me wear like kind of like punk sneaker. Let me kind of look like punkish, but still like, I don't know. So I wore a cute little Blink tee. And that's it. And so the best is I come out to my roommate and I'm like, how do I look? And he's like, because I was wearing a plaid button down, to which I don't wear that. And he's like, and I'm like, what? He's like, the sneakers. I was like, what's wrong with them? I'm like, he's like, you trying too hard? I'm like,
he said that to you?
He's got sneakers? Balls. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
He's got balls.
It's not like I was trying to look like Avril Lavigne, like I used to try to look like her. You're like, that's different. With the chain on the side.
Adults wear sneakers. Yeah, with the chain and the dark eyeliner.
Your
Like,
roommate's got balls. I'd have been like, no, it looks great. It's fine. I think you look great.
All the better
but
to
anyway,
shove up your ass, you jerk.
right. Bend over and I'll show you. Okay.
I would never say to my wife, "It looks like you're trying too hard." I don't think I would ever say that.
That's some shit right there.
So anyway, good times.
Did you feel okay? Let me ask you a question though. Did you feel out of place? Did you feel like
No,
I'm getting too old for this shit?
no, I didn't.
Were you sitting here going, "I'm tired. My back hurts." You kind of
No, I didn't say it hurt. I said I wanted to be preventative to make sure it didn't hurt. Because we were like,
you take your Malox and your Tums.
right. I'm like, are we gonna be like the oldest? And I'm like, no, because they're not really like a newer band. You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm sure it
Like,
was all people your age.
what is that supposed to be?
People your age.
Yeah, no, there was not many young kids there at all, like if any. So good concert may have what's the word? Mended this relationship. We'll see. We'll see.
That's good.
I thought you were going to say blown somebody in the parking lot. So I'm really happy to hear what you said.
No. So we'll see. We'll see. Interesting.
That's an interesting thing. I wonder how many people are putting friendships back together post pandemic.
I know.
It's a possibility.
I know.
You know.
So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
I predict you'll never talk to them again. That's my prediction. Yeah, because who's going to do it? Are you gonna do it? Because I feel like you're probably butthurt. You're still on the butthurt side of like, you were a dick to me. I'm not going to make the first move after the fact.
Well, he did tell my friend, who he doesn't really know. We actually all went to a concert 20 years ago all together when my friend was dating one of our friends. So she doesn't date him anymore, but so it's like, do we, because he said to her, well, not for nothing, but I called her last. And I'm like, oh shit. So now is the ball in my court now? I don't know.
I'd leave it there.
Thank you.
I would leave it there until it's in his court.
I know you're on my side about this, but
I want to talk about two things before we go, and they're very quick. Oh, okay, three quickly. Good on the marriage equality bill that passed, bipartisan votes across the board.
Did you see that stupid video? I don't know the person's name, but there was a woman on the Republican side crying over, we can't let this happen. We can't let this marriage equality bill go through. It's like, shut the fuck up and sit down.
No, that person should be shot in the face in front of their family on Main Street midnight Christmas.
There you go.
Yes. Well,
you don't mean that, people.
Can I tell you what's shocking though? If you look at that thing, it's like marriage equality between same-sex marriage is okay, and then it's like also interracial. And I'm like, what fucking year is this?
Exactly. Right. And you know what's the craziest thing is Mitch McConnell voted against it, and he's in an interracial marriage.
Are you for real? He's got a black wife?
100%. No, I think she's Asian.
Asian?
Pretty sure.
That's pretty. That's
something
up? Else. That is ridiculous. Something else. His wife must be like, "What the fuck is your problem?
What did you asshole?"
That's amazing to me. Yeah, it's so funny because everybody will make this it's a gay rights thing, but when you look at it, it also has language in there that interracial marriage is okay, and I'm like, what? It kind of feels like, I don't know, like when you move in and you just kind of like skip certain parts of fixing your house, and then like 7 years go by and you go, maybe
I never fixed that.
Yeah, maybe we should get to that. I kind of feel like we've got a lot of that in our history where I kind of like, we should rewrite some shit, really, to be honest with you.
I don't understand the rights point of view on this.
That was crazy.
It's equal, they're not taking anything away, and people are, the right's tweeting a lot, oh, this is an injustice, blah, blah, blah. Marriage is this, marriage is that. It's like, no one's telling you, if you don't like gay marriage, don't get gay married. That's up to you.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with you.
I like that. Don't get gay married. I like that. Here's the weird part about that. They can't force the states to do this. So basically, so this doesn't mean that if you're a same-sex couple, you can get married in every single state, because there's going to be some states that just will not allow it. But what it does do is it forces the other states to recognize gay marriage from other states.
Right.
Yep.
So that's that. The anniversary of the Fox News Christmas tree
Oh my
fire.
God, remember that?
Do you remember that?
Why don't I remember this?
We just talked about this too. Where I was complaining that you can't get next to the Rockefeller tree, you're so far away. This is probably the reason why, because some homeless dude last year lit the fucking tree on fire, and I didn't realize this until the Daily Show. Credit them. They put together this hilarious montage of like all the Fox News people being like, "This is an attack on Christmas and our freedoms
Yeah,
and our
now I remember that.
all
Yep.
this shit." I'm watching this going, it's a crazy drunk homeless person. Like, this could have been anything that got lit on
I
fire.
remember that. Yep.
Like,
Well, he's
And-
out.
and then, but I think what's hilarious is them. I don't know if they came up with it, but if you look on the internet, it's a thing. People are calling this Pine 11, which I
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
I
Bad.
think
That's
There were
a
terrible
little.
words, but hysterical.
I I fucking love wordplay. When I heard Pine 11, never forget, I was like, that's fucking whoever came up with that deserves a
Gold.
raise. That is absolute gold. These fucking assholes on Fox News, like, they're not gonna stop us. We're gonna bring you Christmas. It's like,
This is the war on Christmas. Go
Yeah.
fuck yourselves. How about that war on Christmas?
I saw another TikTok the other day too that was like, oh, people were like, they're taking away Christmas. They won't let us say Christmas, and then it showed every president for the last like 40 years saying Merry
saying
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They're so full of shit. It's unbelievable.
All right, last thing. I found this interesting. This is another TikTok thing, a dating Wrapped. Now, Wrapped is a thing now, right? So, like, you get the Spotify Wrapped where they'll tell you, like, what you listened to over the course of the last year. They
Right.
keep track of all that, and they, like, put it back on you so you could, like, share it with everybody, which I think is interesting. So, this woman made a dating Wrapped. She actually put a PowerPoint together, kept stats of all her 2022 dating fails.
oh, I like it.
Yeah, this came across my feed the other day, and I found this to be so interesting. Like, she full on like just tracked everything. Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear what she said?
Go for it.
No,
Alright.
but you're gonna tell us anyway.
If you don't want to hear it, we'll move on. I'll
Look
fucking do
at it.
something. I'll fucking do something else. All right, let me bring it up. I weren't expecting you guys to say yes. The fucking. Let me see.
Well, now we don't want to hear it. Move on.
But anyway, she broke it down to like what she spent, how many relationships. Here, let me play it. Hold on.
Kind of like Spotify rap where I recap my dating life. Please enjoy this. Truly one of the most depressing things I've ever done. To start off, I went on 21 first dates. Yikes. I met 66% on Bumble and 33% on Hinge. Zero in real life. Guess I'm unapproachable. In terms of where we went, activity and dinner are tied at 14%. Coffee, walking dates at 28%, and drinks at 42%. I don't know why I went on so many walking dates. I hate walking dates. I don't know why I meant thing. I'm a dog. I'm not. I'm a human being. 61% were first dates, and then we never saw each other again. 19% we had 2 dates. And then if we got past 2 dates, we apparently were hanging out 5+ times.
So 61% first dates, 19% only made it to a second date. That's atrocious.
That's a lot of first dates in 1 year.
I want to know
too.
how many of them she had sex with.
Yeah, and how many of them she let in her butthole? Wait, we'll
Right.
see if she gets to that.
Crazy stat. So apparently, if we get past day number 2, we're basically married. So in terms of who ended it, 19% ended it with me. Honestly, a low number. Considering I'm a walking red flag, you would think more people would have been like, no, thank you. But alas, I tricked them. How many did I cry over? None. We do not cry over men.
That's right.
Okay, just kidding. It was 2. It was 2, but honestly, not bad. I cry at like 90% of the episodes of Survivor, so kudos to me.
Survivor.
Okay, now I'm gonna rank them.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Okay, just kidding.
Yeah, so that I found that to be pretty interesting. I've actually seen 2 more people do this since I saw this original one. There was another one that was actually a little bit better.
Is it me or is that a lot of first dates? 21?
That's a lot of first dates.
Listen, you
lot
gotta
in 1
weed them
year.
out. Make sure what's good, what's not good. Okay.
That's 2 first dates a month almost. So,
Listen, I feel like this is an old thing to say, but could you imagine dating now? I don't know.
no, thank you. I'm good.
I don't see it.
I'm very happy.
Yeah, I feel like our generation of dating, which we had online dating, right? So we had access to this, but I feel like again, we were internet 1.0 of online dating where you built a profile and there were messages. Now I feel like there's social media dating where it's just like picture swipe, picture
Yeah.
like there's
Dick pic
no
swipe. Dick pic swipe.
yeah.
But here's the thing with that. Like, she had to track all of that, right? I mean, if it was a second date, she had to somehow log that into the app.
Oh, I would have done that.
She kept
Like,
track of it. This other girl I saw, she kept track of where she met the guys and how successful they were. So she was like, Bumble was good, but Facebook dating was the absolute worst. And it's like she went back and forth as to what was better for her as far as like dating apps. And that's the other thing too. When we were dating apps were very new. There was like eHarmony and what was the other Match was the big one, right? Everybody was kind of like on Match.
Those
Now
are the
there's
2 big ones.
fucking 460 of these things.
Yep.
I
No, it's a
mean,
lot easier. I mean, if you're, that's how people meet now. I don't know what the number is, but it's a huge number of people are meeting through apps.
yeah.
It's a high number. I don't know what it is though.
How about these weirdos that are meeting on TikTok and they're like, I met my husband on TikTok.
Oh,
and-
I'd like to do that. I
TikTok.
mean, a lot of people do.
on
I
TikTok?
mean, yeah, if I was single, if I was single, I know exactly which guy I'd like to meet on TikTok. What?
Oh boy.
What was
Please
the,
come up on my feed. Please come up on my feed.
can I be honest? What was the one where you were married, you got on there? What was that one that fell apart? Remember?
Ashley Madison. Not that
Ashley
I would know.
Wow, you came up with that one a little fast.
She's like, you want my name and password too? I'm surprised nothing has taken that place.
Well, I feel like everybody's scared because of the huge leak. Remember, it was
Right.
it was
Yeah.
Ashley Madison, and all of a sudden, all that info was released to the public, and everybody shit themselves.
Yeah. I remember somebody admitted to me that they were on Ashley Madison. Yeah. Somebody I know.
Is it someone we know?
Oh.
I don't know.
You?
Oh.
She wasn't. I forget if she was married or not. I don't know. I forget how it was. I remember she explained the whole thing to me, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like it was like, okay,
It's messed up.
you know, because I think this is what it was. She was already divorced or divorcing,
Mm.
and I think I might be making this up. I think she thought it was like people that were already on their way out of a marriage, and it was kind of like they were just waiting
Oh.
to find another person that would be like, okay, now I can go because I found this other person. Like they won't leave their wife or husband, whatever, because they're
Right.
just like, I'm not gonna go until like I know this isn't gonna work and I'm gonna leave.
Mhm.
So they were using it to like start the dating process because it was private. Whereas the other ones, you were just out in the open, all the time. So
Hey,
that's that. Pine
Oh.
11. Am I right?
you
That's
are
it.
not wrong.
We've run out of shit. Hunter Biden had an art show in New York City. It was kind of fucked up and weird. That is it. We've covered
There you
everything.
go. Boom.
There you go. All right, I got to
There's the
clean up
coverage.
this guinea pig.
Did your
Italian
brother
American.
give you the guinea pig with the idea of like let it go, like just let it? If something bad happens to it, it's not that big of a deal.
He was like, maybe
What's his
just let it
name?
loose around the cat.
What's the guinea
Simon.
pig? Simon. Cute.
That's not Italian.
Nah.
No, right. Hello.
He's
I-
cute though. Do you ever pick him up, play with him a little bit, or you just leave him in the cage?
I don't play with fat rats. Just kidding.
Fat rat.
No, it's okay. I mean, I do. I like all animals. I like big snakes,
Yeah,
as you
except
guys
for
know.
insects you don't like.
Am I right?
I do not like insects. No. That I do not like. Nope.
Yeah, you squashed them. Wow, is Janine staying to the end?
Yeah. No, she's gonna find a way to sneak out right before. Thank you for all this. The asshole. And thank you for all the movie suggestions. Keep those coming because I need more movies. I need more Christmas movies this year.
There's
to
a
watch.
lot. Don't they're all good. I'm telling you, Yogi's First Christmas.
There are a lot, but I'm telling you, I've gone again. My lights have been up, my tree has been up. I've been watching like I got the jump start on movies. I got the jump start on Christmas more than I ever have before. Boom. And now I find myself like, holy shit, I ran out of runway. Like I got like we're
There's a
3 weeks away
lot
from
out there.
Christmas and I've done it all already.
Just put on the Hallmark channel. You get all your Christmas movies in.
Yeah. I
Or
guess.
whatever. Hallmark, what's the other one?
You want to know what's weird? My wife and I one year watched a Hallmark movie and I just want to watch this movie again and it's not on anywhere.
Ah, you got to look for that one.
It was like Matchmaker Santa. It's such a fucking good one. It's so shitty. It's so good. Please let me know if you guys see Matchmaker Santa anywhere. I'll love you forever. Grab
That
your jump
sounds
start. Grab your merch. Become a member. It's all there. Frankie C. Brilliant as always.
Oh, thank you.
Good to have you back. Somebody said they were going to boycott the show unless you came back. So I'm glad you returned.
Oh, meat potato salad.
My pleasure.
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.